If it were taken away, I would feel as if I had been lied to, because over the years I thought heavily into it. And as far as I'm concerned, it's something I've earned and paid for in advance. So to take it away from me would be stealing. Well, I have a number of autoimmune disorders. I can't imagine that I could handle them on my own without some sort of medical advice. I didn't know I had them all. I knew that 2 were in remission, and when they woke up, they seemed to have awakened altogether, and they sort of bombarded me. But I'm working on them now, and I feel that I'll be able to whip them with the doctor's assistance. I can't imagine anyone with any what do you call it, disease that's constant. It's not something that can go away.
Right, like Alzheimer's.
Yeah, it's something
or
that
cancer of some
right,
sort.
Those
right.
diseases need to be looked over, particularly by medical people. And without Medicare, I don't believe they will be watched carefully. I want to say something. Maybe that's why I'm distracted.
Mm-hmm.
I got something from my state pension. I only noticed last night. They send me, because my check goes directly into the mail, they send me a statement, and the statement told me that my health insurance payment had been increased. It's increased by about $20 a month, which I found a little bit extreme, unless I misunderstood some part of it. We got a raise, but in the end you get $2 or $3. You don't get it. It goes toward the medical.
The payment of the
and
medical.
I'm wondering if it could go up that high in such a short time. God, what's going to happen later?
Mm.
You know, it's they're either going to make us pay a lot more, or they're going to limit the services we'll get. I had, when I retired, decided that I had enough money for my to make certain payments and do certain things, and Social Security has been very, very helpful. I put that in a separate account, and I pay my mortgage out of that. I've done relatively well with it. I feel badly thinking that if I hadn't had it, or if I hadn't retired at the time I did, I'd be further in debt for my mortgage. But I've been lucky. I have squandered or whatever and paid that mortgage. I've never missed a payment. I've doubled up, tripled up, or whatever when I could. And I've been fortunate. But when I think of other people in the same position I'm in, but just not retired yet, it's not fair. Just as I paid into my Medicare, I paid heavily into my Social Security, and I started paying when I first started working, and I think I started at 14, and they took pennies out. I have a sheet that shows that, and I don't think anyone has a right to say that they're going to make it any less or do anything with it other than what I was promised when I put the money in. It should be there for as long as I live, my children and their children, because that was how it was set up. Not to benefit or profit the country. It's for the people who put the money in. We don't need, I'm trying to think of the word, the profits that will come from investing our money, and then what happens when the investments fail. I had a recent one, and I haven't had time yet because of my illness to let my medical unit know. I don't have a feeling. I received a statement because I had a problem one day and I had to see 3 doctors that one day in the same building. So when they sent the statement, my co-payments, whatever, and how much each doctor had billed for, what he billed for and what they actually paid him. There was one doctor I was supposed to have a procedure with, but my neurologist didn't think it was a good idea because I'd have to go on anesthesia. And one of my illnesses, I'm not supposed to be under anesthesia without being watched. I would have to be in the hospital, and I'm supposed to be watched by a neurologist. But I guess if you're in the hospital, that's enough.
Mhm.
He told me he would speak to this doctor, and I told him I would wait until then, and I would call the doctor instead of calling him. But when I got that statement, it looked as if he had already done the procedure. I know he didn't do it. And I know I'm not going to have it done because I've heard worse things about it. And I will let my HMO know about it.
Good.
I just feel this is not the first time. This is the most recent. I think he jumped the gun because he was so sure that I was going to take the procedure or allow him to do it.
Mhm.
And it hurts that they do these things. They get almost slap happy. These are doctors. These are intelligent men and women. And it seems the announcement of a larger sum of money other than just seeing you for a routine visit, makes them stupefied.
Greedy.
Okay,
Greed.
greedy is the word.
Greed is what drives them, exactly.
It's sad because
Right.
this is your job, and if you do it well, you're going to be rewarded in different ways. You're going to get the money that you would get for that procedure and any other, but don't falsify or tell a patient that it doesn't hurt, it doesn't do any damage. And as life would have it, after going to him about 2 weeks later, I saw something advertised on TV against the procedure. So I won't be going back to Mount Kisco for a little while.
Mhm.
And when I do go back, I will speak to most likely the doctor who referred me, because I will notify the HMO
Exactly.
about the one who I believe overbilled.
Good.
I remember once having an operation and they had asked me if I had another insurance. I told them no. My husband was alive, and they wanted to know what insurance he had. Not knowing, I gave them that information. They billed my insurance and they billed his, and I had to get in touch with the state somewhere in Albany, and between them and the 2 bills that I had, they were able to clear it up. But I mean, it didn't make sense. It was a double bill, a totally double bill, for thousands of dollars from my HMO and thousands from his.
Social
I
Security.
am hopeful that they will not touch it, because I think most of them, although a lot of the people who have that control have money of their own, their parents don't have money.
Mhm.
And I think I'm hopeful that they will not go too deeply in trying to remove or decrease
Mhm.
what we've earned and paid for.